Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is the final club race of the year. It's a 23-lap final in the 100cc senior class. We're supposed to get 24 laps, but we only got 23. And that is Kingston going up to pole position. He had a little trouble getting his cart fired up. In this race, there's three classes: 100cc seniors, 100cc juniors, and there's two 125s. And right in front of me, that is Justin, who's a junior. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are a follower of the channel, welcome back. Glad you're here. Green flag, here we go. All right, in the last race before this one, there's a big wreck in turn one. Let's see if we can do better this time around. All right, much better. That's turn to my left right here. I'm going to kind of check up and give him some space. Remember, it's really cold out. Our tires are not completely warmed up. So it's pretty slick out there and grip's a little sketchy. So I think we're gonna probably kind of take it easy the first few laps until things get warmed up. And I've got some bonus footage here, and let's cue the walk-up music. We're gonna ride along with Justin and check out his start. That is Jeff right in front of him, and watch this. Locks it up briefly, almost loses it. Good job of gathering it back up. And right here you can tell everyone's a little bit cautious. Remember, grip is a little sketchy, and you can see some carts kind of wiggle around. And Justin is in a fight right here. And that is Gary in the orange suit. He's driving a different cart. His cart, they tried to repair it from the wreck in the pre-final. He couldn't get it fixed completely, so he's borrowing someone's cart and he's back in the race, which is good. Okay, back to my race. Starting lap 2. To my inside, that's Connor making the move into third place. I am going back to 4th. We'll take a look behind us here, and there's a couple of drivers back there close by. Now, one adjustment I did make from the last race, I went up in air pressure 1 pound compared to the last race, which this race is a lot longer. I usually go down on air pressure, but I think I got the pressures wrong in the pre-final, so I elected to go up 1 pound of pressure compared to what I started with in the last race. So we'll see how that turns out for me, if that was the right move or not. So right here, I'm going to try to stay close to Connor as he tries to pass Turner. I'd like to go along for the ride there and get a spot at the same time Connor does. That is Gabby right behind me, passing me. She is in the junior class, so although we're on track together, we're not really racing each other. But I'm going to try to follow her, and hopefully she can get past another driver, and I can tag along with her as well. Going to take a look to the inside of Turner, going into 1, and she's going to make the move. Take a look behind us and see what's going on. And there is Gary back there, and Turner right in front of me. I'm going to try to pass Turner for 3rd spot. Turner's a newer carter. I haven't raced a whole lot with him. I'd like to try to set him up for a pass going in turn 1 here, but he gets a good exit, and I'm too far away. Looking back at Gary, you see his hand move to the right. He's not reaching for his drink. He is tuning the carburetor on his engine, trying to get max performance. Right here, Turner gets out a little wide exit. If he swings all the way across to the left, he'll close the door on me, but he keeps it down low, and I'm able to make a pass to the outside. I think he's being a little too cautious there. Again, if he would have swung all the way to the left, he would have closed the door on me. Or at least, let's say he went a little bit more to the middle, he would have given himself a better entrance into turn 2 instead of slowing himself up by staying all the way to the inside. All right, let's switch over to Justin. No walk-up music this time. He is behind Jeff here. He's in 7th place, trying to get into 6th place. Let's check out let's ride along with him for a little bit and check out his race. Pretty close to Jeff right here. Let's see if we can get in his draft and get around him. Starts to catch him there, kind of to the tail end of the straight, but he's too far away to make a move. So at this track configuration, there's only a few spots to pass. Like going into turn one is probably, is always a good spot. And then right here is another spot where a lot of people like to pass, but he's just too far away. Let's see if he can get it set up. He lost some time right there. He's too far away. He lost a little bit more time there. Jeff's doing a really good job of driving good consistent laps, making it difficult on Justin. Justin's engine does need a rebuild. He's driven it for quite a while. It's due for a rebuild for sure, so it's not performing as well as it probably could be. So if you're an F1 fan, he's probably driving like a Williams or a Haas kart at this point, with the motor at least, and gets it rebuilt, it'll perform like a Mercedes. So again, he's catching up, but he's a little too late to make a move there. Someone spun out there. When they throw a flag, it's a local flag. You can't pass in that area. You have to wait till you clear it, and then you can make a pass later on. All right, right there, he's in pretty good position. Let's see if he goes for the move. All right, looking to the inside. And he takes 6th spot away from Jeff, and we're gonna switch back to my camera and see what's going on with my race. Kind of out here by myself, just a little bit. In 3rd spot. So right now I'm on a podium, things are looking good. One of my goals this year was to beat Justin, finish in front of him in a 100cc race. I haven't done it since I've gotten to the class. That is Gary right behind me. Haven't done it since I've gotten into the class. It's one of my goals. I'm trying to just have little goals that I have for myself. If you watch some of my early races when I first got this kart, Justin, Doug, some of those guys would just kind of slowly walk away from me in these races, and it was extremely frustrating because I was driving as hard as I could, but it just wasn't good enough. And little by little, I was able to kind of whittle away some of their advantage and was able to hang with them. They had about a year advantage on me as far as getting into a 100cc kart. So I went from driving an LO206 to getting a shifter kart, which is a huge difference in performance and speed and all that stuff. And then I got a 100cc kart, so that's a completely different kart. So I got to figure out how to drive this kart. And it just took me a little bit of time. And again, these guys had about a year head start on me, like Justin did. I think Doug did as well. And it just took a little time for me to figure this kart out and get a little faster in it. There's still some other people I need to get a lot faster so I can compete with some other people I'm trying to beat. But it's progress, and it takes time. You know, this stuff is kind of hard, and it takes a little time. It takes practice. That is David, who is a lapper right in front of me. And David's been racing, I think, about 6 months at this point, and he's holding me up a little bit, and it's allowed Gary to really catch me pretty quick there. He's right on my tail. It's going to look to the inside. I really love that camera angle. I think it's just the coolest thing. All right, so in front of me, that's a brand new karter. I don't know how old he is, but he's a kid. So brand new karter kid, doesn't have any experience right here. I could look to the inside, I back off because I am just afraid that he's gonna turn down on me due to lack of experience. Don't wanna risk it, I'll just back off and try to pass him straight. That gives Gary a good shot at me. He looks to the inside, and we're gonna go into turn one, side by side. I'm gonna keep it wound up to the outside. He's still to the inside, you can see the shadow right there to the inside. Give him a little room there, and then I'm able to close the door on him. And I take a defensive line here in the middle, and to my surprise, he's down low. He gives me some room. I'm gonna try to return the favor, give him some room as well. A little defensive line, and he's on the outside getting ready to make a run at me. Does a good job of setting me up. Looks to the inside, and right here, I take a defensive line to the middle, but he goes all the way to the bottom. I should have kept it wound up on the outside if I could have. Try to go over under, doesn't work. I back off and slot in behind him. It was a wrong move on my part. I should have tried to keep it on the outside like the last lap, because I would have had the inside go into turn two, If the over-under would have worked, I would have still been at a disadvantage because I would have been on the outside going into turn 2. All right, we're switching over to Justin now, and he is in a fight here with Turner for 5th spot, looks like. Again, right there, Turner could probably move over just a little bit going into turn 2. Turner on a fresh engine is able to kind of just drive away from Justin a little bit on the straights, but Justin's more experienced, so in the corners you should be able to catch him. And you see right here, Turner gets a bad exit. He's still kind of in front of Justin. He needs to move over right there and close the door on Justin. He keeps it low to the inside, and Justin's able to do the identical move I did, which is just pass him on the outside. So Turner, for watching this, really respectful racing, but right there you can kind of move over to the side and close the door. So you see me kind of hitting the buttons on the little computer on the screen there. That's called a Micron. It's called a data logger, but the brand is called Micron. What I'm doing here is I've got it set up in a custom setting to where it tells me every few seconds if I'm plus or minus my best lap time. So I'll kind of glance to see where I'm at here and there, and that setting's not on there, so I'm trying to hit the button. I think it's the top right button. I'm trying to hit that button and get the setting to where I want it, which it really doesn't matter, but I'm kind of by myself at this point, so I'm trying to gauge my lap times and see if I'm going faster or not. It'll tell me when I cross the start-finish line what my lap times are, but I like to kind of gauge it during the race. And it also tells me like where I'm losing time, where I'm gaining time. It's just extra information I like to have. You see the little green light at the top of the Micron there. It's letting me know that I'm trending towards a better lap time. As I think it means like it's a 10th. If it's 1 dot, it's like you're a 10th ahead. If it's 2, you're 2/10, something like that. I need to do a better job of reading the manual on that thing. I don't like to read the manuals on anything. But that little device is pretty cool. Maybe I'll make a video just about what it can do and some of the things it does. All right, last lap, here we go, and that is Ronnie in a 125. I want you to check this out. Zooms right past me. There's a lap car to the inside. Ronnie's a little close there. I would have liked to have seen him, kind of give him a little bit more room. I thought it was just unnecessarily close, given, you know, it's a caution, just given the situation. Coming down for the last 2 corners of the season. And that is it. It was a fun season. I learned a lot. Finally beat Justin, which was one of my little goals for the year. So Justin, I get you in rental kart racing. Now I got you in 100 cc's. But I know he's going to get his engine rebuilt and come right back next year. Be super competitive. Yeah, so that was it. So I appreciate y'all. The support on the channel. Like and comment below. Let me know what you think about the race. If there's anything you want to see, any kind of videos you want me to bring you, I'll see if I can make that happen. But as always, I really appreciate y'all taking the ride with me and taking the time to watch these videos. I have a lot of fun here, and hopefully you have a lot of fun watching them as well. Thanks as always, and I will see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.